Welcome to Divine Lotus Tarot. We are going to be taking a look at a reading for those of you who have Aries. I would say sun sign, okay, but this is for Aries sun sign placements, but it may resonate for those of you who have other placements of significant placements of Aries in your birth chart. But this is for those of you who are Aries men, okay, and I was guided to do this reading for you all. I do want to invite you to book your personal reading with me. My website is www.divinelotustarot.com. You can find the link for my website below this video. Also, I want to invite you to donate to support me and my business, and you can either do it through Cash App, and that would be the $, and it's Divine Lotus Tarot with the number 8 at the end, or you could go to the link below this video and I have a PayPal link where you could donate money there. If you want to follow me on my social media sites, you can find that information from my accounts below this video as well. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get into messages for those of you who are Aries males. Okay, so first we're going to start with, I just wanted to take some time and talk to y'all a little bit, Aries. I don't know why. I feel like maybe I'm just kind of being led to. So I feel like for some of y'all Aries men, you may have like interesting concepts of how you think. Okay, I feel like this group of you all can be a little strange, or you may be a little weird. I don't know if you wear it on your sleeve, like that people know this like outwardly. You may come off like seemingly whatever people want to consider as normal or regular, but I feel like you have like interesting like concepts when it comes to like alternative forms of life. Like I feel like the way that you think and the way that you conceive like life and things of that nature, and just like other like worldly things, I feel like you have some very interesting like perspectives on it. But like I said, I feel like a lot of y'all don't really talk about this outwardly, okay, because maybe y'all just don't want people to think that y'all are weird or whatever. But that's that. And then I also feel like for some of y'all could be like empaths is what I'm picking up. So essentially, like, you can go Google or look up what an empath is, but like I'm empathic. I'm an empath as well too. So I feel like it just really kind of shows up in my life in the sense that I think people be thinking that like I am very like unapproachable, especially when it comes to like to talk to me. And I feel like this could be true to a certain point, because I don't really like want to open myself up to everyone, because I don't want to. I don't feel the need to have everyone be in my energetic field and space, because I am an empath. And with for me, how that works is like I can feel a lot, okay? So I can feel like the things that people are like dealing with or going through or thinking and stuff like that at times. So it's like, no, I don't want to necessarily open up myself to be around everyone, because sometimes people don't like really have respectful like sense of self-control, okay? And because I do, I you know, it's kind of offensive to me being around people who have like go home Roger type of energy. And what I mean by that is that like people just don't sometimes understand or comprehend like that their energy can be very like offensive. Like, I don't know, like, besides that, it's like some of the things that they do, they don't understand like that it breaches like certain personal and private like boundaries for me, okay? Sometimes it's just like being an empath for me, and this could be for other empaths as well too, that it's like people will be attracted, but they don't have a sense of knowing how to respectfully maintain a sense of boundaries. It's like they lose a sense of how to control themselves. And sometimes that's not always cool, because it's like you know, sometimes people show me aspects of themselves that they don't show to other people. And it's like they feel very like comfortable doing that. But to me, I feel like it's disrespectful. I'm gonna be honest. I feel like it's disrespectful, and I feel like it's offensive, because it's like, okay, I get it that you feel comfortable around me to do that, and I'm grateful to be able to see who you truly are. But it's like, once I see how someone's psyche is, once I see someone's spirit, their soul, or their just like true intentions, like that's either a deal breaker or a deal maker for me. You know what I'm saying? And being that I'm an empath, you know, I pick up on those things a lot about individuals. And more than not, like, if it's something that I feel is like disrespectful or offensive, whether it's directed at me or other individuals, I'm just gonna just not deal with that person, right? And then I feel like people get offended by this, because then they think like I'm not approachable or things of that nature. And it's like, yeah, you're true to a certain extent, because I don't feel like I'm obligated to give my time or my energy to everyone. Okay, I'm not going to. I don't want to. I don't have a need to do that. And that is energetically draining. Okay, being an empath, being around people who don't have a sense of regard and consideration. I mean, that's just really what it boils down to. I like being around people who are considerate and who are just respectful. And sometimes it's a lot of people who they don't want to essentially take accountability for like their actions or their energy or their behavior. And sometimes I don't always feel like being in the role of being a teacher and having to call people out on their stuff. So I would just rather not be around these individuals. And then sometimes, you know, they get offended by this. And then I let it be, you know, because I'm just like, okay, well, that's your problem. It's not my problem. Especially when it's people who don't want to take accountability. They want to continue to be reckless and be disrespectful, and they don't want to make positive changes. And I'm not the type of person that's going to try to force someone to be in my life or things of that nature. It's just like, okay, well, if that's how you are, then I'm just not going to be around you. And I just respect that, you know, just keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? Just keep it moving. Like, if you're not going to positively, you know, try to better yourself with self-growth and self-development and self-love, because that's what I'm all about. You know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, then we're not spiritually aligned. We're like, at this point, you're in spiritual conflict with me, and I'm not the type of person who's like intrigued by things that are disharmonious or inharmonious or just uncompatible with me. And I feel like a lot of times people don't realize that they are playing out relationships with toxic behaviors because they think that that stuff is normal. And it's like, no, it's not normal to be that way. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not normal to be in relationships with people who don't like you. Like, it's not healthy, and it's not normal. It's not normal to be in relationships with people who you don't like. Like, that's weird. You know what I'm saying? And I think a lot of people get really comfortable with doing that because they feel like they have to, or sometimes people just don't know better. And until you start to like learn yourself, or like truly start to go like maybe get counseling or things of that nature, like you'll start to have a discernment of like what is healthy and what is not healthy, you know, when it comes to maintaining partnerships and relationships with other individuals. And sometimes, you know, you do have to have those lessons so you can learn it. But then at a certain point in time, it's like, now you have pinpointed what the issue is. Then it's your problem moving forward when you continue to perpetuate that same energy and you're not making any changes, right? So I don't know why I'm going through this little spiel. I kind of was getting this energy that maybe some of y'all just may be like empaths as well too. Or some of y'all could be on the other side of the spectrum. Some of y'all could be in a-hole energy, and maybe this is why you have had challenges or difficulties in relationships. I don't know. But I'm the friend that's going to call stuff out about you. And if I can't like do that with you, and you're the type of person who is like very offended or like superly like overly insensitive to the point where it's like you just don't want to positively like change or do like positive, like I said, course correction, then, you know, this is where we part ways. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm all about elevation and growth, and I just feel like you can't elevate or grow if you don't look at yourself and take accountability. Like, I have to take accountability for the things that I don't like about myself, you know what I'm saying, to make the necessary changes. Some things about myself, I'm just like, okay, I'm not willing to change. So if other people don't like that about me, I'm not going to try to force someone to be in a relationship with them and be like, okay, well, this is how I'm going to be. I'm going to be like this, and if you don't like it, you too bad, you just got to deal with it. It's like, no, okay, well, if you don't like it, then there's the door. Like, I'm not trying to hold nobody to be around. Like, I just think that's weird. Like, if it's certain things that is like that I'm just not willing to change or compromise on, I'm just not gonna hold someone. I'm just not gonna hold someone. Like, I'm just not. I just don't see the point in doing that. And I feel like I say all that to say, because maybe some of you have been dealing with relationships with individuals where, like, they try to, like, force themselves on you, okay? Or this could be you. You could be the type of individual where you have become accustomed to maybe getting your way, and you feel that people are supposed to tolerate your behaviors that you don't want to change, instead of looking at yourself and taking accountability. Either way, like I said, I am the individual that if I'm going to be in your life, then I want people around me who's going to positively inspire me, motivate me, and encourage me. And sometimes that also has to do with being able to give someone constructive criticism as well as take constructive criticism. I feel like it's appropriate times and places and means and ways of how to do that. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just not going to be around someone and you just being raggedy, and A, I'm not going to say anything if I'm going to be around you, and B, I'm going to continue to just, like, condone that. Like, I'm just not. Like, if it doesn't agree with me and my principles, I'm going to stand on what I believe, and we either going to agree and, you know, we can help each other improve and move forward, or we can keep it moving, right? So I feel like some of y'all could be dealing with some type of energies like that. Like I said, you may be on either side of the spectrum. And the first step of anything is just like acceptance and accountability. So, you know, if there are things about yourself that you want to change, you always have the opportunity to change that about yourself. You're not limited or restricted to continuing certain behaviors or patterns just because you've been doing it for a certain amount of time. At any point in time, you can make the decision that you want to, you know, strive to be better or make changes, and then you can move forward from there. Like, you know, you have to be patient with yourself when you are going through change, because change does not happen overnight, right? So we can't put ourselves down too low, but we also can't just be so lackadaisical where we're just like, well, you know, it's just whatever. You know, I'm just going to keep doing this even though I know it's detrimental to me or to other people or to, you know, in a sense. So, yeah, I just say all that to say, if you're in an energy where you want to make changes, you can always change. Like, no one has the right to keep you held to your past if you want to move forward and consistently strive to be better, and just be patient with yourself and know that change takes time, okay? And you have a right to elevate, you have a right to grow, you have a right to evolve, and mature, okay, if you see fit to do so. But then at the same time, if you do not want to take accountability and responsibility for your actions, then you also have to realize that, there's consequences for that, as well as it can negatively harm and impact relationships that you have with individuals, okay? So just be mindful of that, okay? And then if there are individuals who you just don't want to tolerate, just know that you don't have to tolerate that. Like, no one's entitled to you having to deal with their negative behavior. If you don't feel like it's something that's conducive or it contributes to your health and well-being, because that's important at the beginning, middle, and end of the day. Like, don't allow someone to try to put their burdens on you or put their insecurities on you, you know, because they don't want to look in the mirror and do the work, okay? That's not your responsibility. So I don't know, I just kind of felt like going into that little spiel with y'all. Like, maybe y'all relate to this, maybe you do, maybe you don't, I don't know. Maybe it's something to consider, but whatever. I just kind of felt like going there with y'all. I also just want to let y'all know, like, Aries, like, some things that I like about the Aries male zodiac sign is I like that y'all can be very, like, bold, okay? I like that. I like that you all, and these are just my personal opinions, I like that you all can be very bold. I like that you can be very like you go after what you want and you don't let people stop you. I really like that. I really admire that about the Aries males. um I don't really look at Aries, I don't know, I never like looked at Aries males as selfish. I mean, I can see selfish tendencies, but like I feel like, I don't know, I never really thought about it. I guess sometimes certain things don't bother me in a way because I don't know, I kind of just be in my own little world at times as well too. But I definitely could see how people could say that y'all are selfish, but I like the fact that y'all go after what y'all want and that y'all don't let people stop y'all from going after what y'all want. I definitely just feel like I like y'all leadership abilities. Like when y'all are in y'all evolved state, like y'all are very like powerful like leaders, and I really like that. Like you're very good at like motivating and inspiring and coaching other individuals, like when you're working from like a very evolved state. And I think that's very like attractive in y'all zodiac sign. And then I'll be honest, I like that Aries can sometimes, they can be a little, they can have a little mannish side, and I just think it's funny because just me, because I'm a Sagittarius, I don't know, I just think it's funny. And I just think, I don't know, it's just something, I don't know. I do like Aries male energy though, because I just feel like it positively motivates me. Like I feel like I get a lot of positive motivation or inspiration. I feel very inspired when I see like individuals who are Aries sun sign males taking initiative, especially like when they're ambitious or they're like business oriented. Like those are qualities and traits that I really like admire. And I feel like Aries individual males are very like good with that. So I feel like I just wanted to just share that with y'all. Like I feel like y'all have really good natural motivational abilities within y'all. And that's very good because it inspires individuals like myself, where it's like where it's just like where you just need to see that, like you need to see that example. And I feel like sometimes y'all can be that example, that positive role model, that positive example, like I said, when you're really in your evolved state and really just moving forward and trailblazing and like I said, taking initiative in your life. Like it's really positive for people like me to see that who get, I don't know, like just get inspired. Like I feel like y'all can have very inspiring energy, especially when you stand on your principles and you just take like a leadership role in what you're doing and you believe in that, especially when it's for a good cause, or when it just comes to showing other people that like you can, you know, accomplish whatever you set your mind to. I feel like y'all are very, very, very good at that. So I just wanted to share that with y'all. So anyways, moving forward, let's get some messages for y'all, because I know y'all probably are interested in that. So just take a moment, Aries, and think about a yes or no question, okay? So we'll just give you a little bit of time. Come up with a yes or no question, okay? Or you might have came to this video with a question particularly in mind, but if it's a yes or no question, boom. So for whatever that question is, here is your response. So you're being asked, or you're being advised to ask your ancestors to intercede in regards to whatever the situation is, okay? All right, so let's get some messages for you all. Okay, so Aries, I feel like y'all could be getting a positive breakthrough. Let me just put this up here. Okay, I feel like y'all could be getting a positive breakthrough. Okay, so I feel like you're going to be getting some good news. This could be in regards to some type of situations that you've been dealing with that have been causing a lot of burdens on you behind the scenes. I feel like for some of you, it could be dealing with, oh my goodness, it could be dealing with some like lies or some deception that you've been dealing with. Now, I feel like this would be individuals who have been lying on you, okay? So this would be for those of you where you've had situations where people have been lying on you, okay? And it's been a heavy burden on you. And it almost feels like maybe some of you just have been dealing with it behind the scenes. Like you haven't really been, confronting these issues. You haven't really been speaking on it. It's just like you just kind of been bearing the load of whatever this is. It's like you haven't been speaking on this. I feel like you do have some positive breakthrough that's going to come through in regards to this situation. I feel like whoever these sneaky little liars are, that information is going to be presented. Like either someone is going to come forward and bust them out, or it's just going to be some type of, I'm hearing inconclusive. So something could be being discovered to be inconclusive. It's going to be not essentially valid. It's not going to hold up. So maybe for some of you, this could be situations where maybe you may be dealing with legal issues or things of that nature that you've been dealing with that you haven't been telling people about, okay? Or just things behind the scenes, or more to a situation that hasn't come forward in regards to something that you could just be personally dealing with, okay? But I kind of feel like I feel like for some of you, it's going to either be some blatant information or blatant proof that someone is lying in a situation, and they just wanted to make you look bad. They wanted to just pin something on you, because I'm not sure why this person would do that to you, but they're coming up in the Seven of Swords. So this is just like a little mischievous energy. It's like a little sneaky. It's a sneaky energy. Now, for some of you, what I'm getting is someone ran with a lie, and it's like they've been continuing to keep this lie up because they don't want to get bust out. So I kind of feel like for some of you, someone knows that they lied about a situation, and they have continued to uphold this lie, because now all of a sudden it's like their reputation is going to be on the line if they don't. So it's like, instead of just leaving the situation alone, dropping it, which they should have did a long time ago, I feel like it's going to be even worse for them now, because they wanted to continue to uphold some type of lie for as long as they have. So it's just only going to make them look bad when it's at the end of the day, and they're going to have to deal with that consequence of continuing to perpetuate this lie for as long as they have. Now, for others of you, it could just be a situation where someone is trying to pinpoint or point the finger at you, or put the majority of something on you. You may not have majority blame in this situation. Whatever it is, I just kind of feel like this stuff is going to come back inconclusive. So it's like whatever evidence that someone has been trying to gather against you, it's going to be a situation where it's like, yeah, like they're not going to even be able to use it because it's not valid, okay? It holds no weight. It doesn't really prove a point, okay? Whatever point that this individual is trying to prove against you, or trying to say that you did, or whatever, I feel like it's not going to hold weight because it's not valid. Whatever it is, I just kind of feel like you've been dealing with some type of situation where you have been being sabotaged, and I just feel like you're going to be cleared, okay? You're going to get some positive information in regards to this situation that you've been dealing with. So I just want to tell you to keep your head up, okay? I know it's been tough, it looks like, because it just feels like you've been dealing with this for a very long time. But I feel like the individuals who have been doing this to you, they're going to end up being in a position where people turn on them, okay? Yeah. And so it's not going to work out for them. So I just feel like just keep your head up, keep the faith, and don't get discouraged. You could just be going through a test right now, and I feel like you're going to come out seeing that, you know, things are going to work out in your best interest, okay? So I just want you to continue to be positive, or try your best to be positive. Continue to try to, I feel like this is the moment for you to continue to just like lean on your faith, or develop a faith system, okay? I feel like that, yeah, I'm getting that energy. This is like God is trying to restore your sense of faith in this situation. God is not trying to like push you away. God wants you to come closer. And I feel like maybe some of you have kind of drifted away, maybe from maybe you used to pray a lot, or you used to really be devoted to like whatever your faith or your religion is. And I just kind of feel like this was essentially God wanted you to come back to who you are, because I feel like you shine very brightly You feel really good and you're always in a positive energy. And you radiate that energy when you're more connected to God, is what I'm picking up. So I feel like God kind of allowed the situation to occur for the sense that like you needed to come back home, like you needed to come back to yourself, and you're gonna see that like being around or dealing with whatever this situation has been, could have been because of poor decisions that you've made where you weren't connecting to God in a manner like how you normally do or how you used to. Because that's kind of what I feel like. I feel like God just wanted to get your attention and see like how beautiful like you are and how beautiful like your relationship with God is, and just wants you to see like you can accomplish what you want by continuing to call on God. Like I feel like you don't have to